Hi Steve. Hey, my name's Murray Carlson. I'm fleet manager here at Northland Dodge. Good talking with you this morning. So this is the truck that we talked about. So let's just have a quick walk through here. This is the 84-inch cab to axle chassis. So it typically takes an 11 to a 12-foot deck. Hauling a gooseneck trailer, if you're going to be at 12 feet, you might want to run a clip corner deck at the back. Outside of that, this one has the dual fuel tanks, 196 liter in the back, and the front tank is 83 liters. So it puts you at just shy of 300 liters of fuel. What else? This one has the Alcoa aluminum wheels. And it has the traction style tire, the lug tire. Rear axle rating on this truck is 13,500 pounds. The front axle is, it's got the heavy front axle package, which is 7,250 pounds. As I mentioned on the phone, the truck has the 488:1 gear ratios, which gives it a tow capacity, recommended tow capacity of 30,050 pounds. And don't be afraid of the deep ratio in the back, because the transmission in this truck, and we'll talk about that a little bit in a little bit, but the high gear ratio in this tranny is 0.63 to 1. So your final drive ratio going down the highway is about 307. So my point is that this thing will go up and down the highway all day long at 110 kilometers. There's no issues there with a really deep gear ratio, but it does give you the advantage of the additional towing capacity and pulling power. The tanks on these are separate fill for the front and rear tank, but they do drain down together. And the blue cap is for the diesel exhaust fluid. It's a Cummins system. Our DEF system is made by Cummins. Very good system, very reliable. DEF consumption is about 2 to 3% of fuel flow. Okay, inside this one has the 40-20-40 bench seat. Normally you run it with the center rest down. There's a storage compartment in here. It has a USB port in here, also an auxiliary jack for playing like off an iPod, that sort of thing. It also has a 12-volt charging port. But you can fold the seat up. It does have seat belts for 3 in the front, and because this truck has the transfer case control on the dash, it leaves the center of the floor free, so it isn't too uncomfortable to ride 3 in the front. On the dash here, this one has the Sirius satellite radio package, and it's also has Bluetooth on it as well. So you can talk on your cell phone when you're driving. Has air conditioning, power windows, power locks. This bank of switches here is a bank of auxiliary switches, and I'll show you when we get under the hood, but they're all terminated under the hood for easy connection for work lights on your deck and stuff like that. Trailer brake controller is right here. Now you set the gain on these buttons, however it reads on the dash. So I'll show you that real quickly here. Just look at the center there. So this is how you adjust your gain. It comes up on that readout. Outside of that, it has the transfer case control, as I mentioned, up here. 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive high, and 4-wheel drive low. The reduction in this transfer case is 2.72 to 1, so just about 3 to 1. So not too many situations you'll get into where you'll be at a disadvantage for gear ratio, that's for sure. This has another 12-volt charging port here, and then on this side, this is a 12-volt USB charging port as well. There's a little glove box or compartment here. Then in the center here, we have the a readout. It has compass and ambient air temperature. It has a digital speedometer, which you can run in kilometers or miles per hour. It has vehicle info, so coolant temperature, transmission temperature, oil temperature, oil pressure, oil life, lets you know where you are in the lifespan of your engine oil. Fuel filter life, that's actually a really nice one. Fuel filters are easy to overlook. Battery voltage, exhaust brake, turbo, and a summary gauge, or a summary as well. Fuel economy, tripodometers. It has 2 tripodometers. Trailer towing, again, this is your your gain, and also has a distance for your trailer as well. What else here? That's the most of it. Set up and whatnot is done through here. One thing I did neglect to mention is in this row of buttons down here is a exhaust retarder brake. So made by Jacobs, and also the tow haul mode. Now in your application where you're hauling some heavy loads, using these two together really works well. Tow haul mode, the transmission downshifts earlier when you're decelerating, and so it puts a little bit more RPM into the engine and makes the exhaust brake more effective. So they're a good combination there. Up on the steering wheel here, these are your buttons for your phone, so you can make or answer calls from there. And then the radio also has voice recognition on it, so you can press that button and call out the station you want, like 90s on 9 or whatever, and it will just automatically switch over. Engine shutdown, that was something that just shut down for us. I know that can be adjusted for up to 20 minutes, but that's a feature that this truck has, is automatic engine shutdown. It has tilt steering, and on the console here it's power window controls and electric mirror controls. That should be good. So under the hood we've got the Cummins 6.7 turbo diesel. It's an inline 6-cylinder. This engine produces 750 foot-pounds of torque. It's got the exhaust brake that we talked about. For cold starting, these ones have a grid heater, far superior to glow plugs. Not that in your part of the country cold weather starting isn't probably a real big issue, but grid heater is a great cold weather starting aid. They all come with dual batteries. I mentioned those switches in the cab, and they're all terminated right here. And there's plugs that come with that to easily connect work lights and various other electric accessories that you'll be using. As I said, 750 foot-pounds of torque. Behind that is the ASIN 6-speed automatic transmission. It's rated for 950 foot-pounds of torque. It's really a bulletproof transmission, very strong. And then back of that is the four-wheel drive transfer case, which is a new venture, or new process, it used to be called. And they're, like as I mentioned, they're 2.72 to 1 reduction in low range. Up front, they have it has the dual or the quad headlights, halogen headlights. This one also has the fog lights. A lot of guys, when they're driving on bush roads and whatnot, they really like the fog lights because they light up the side of the road so much better. Has the tow hooks, pretty stout tow hooks at that. What else? Actually, this is a feature. It's the Ram Active Air. It's a system. It's a valve in here. During fair weather days, it draws the air from a scoop right behind the grill here, and on cold days, or if it's sensing a lot of moisture, it pulls the air off a stove off the side of the engine block. So again, it improves cold weather drivability. Outside of that, sir, I think I've told you all I know. So have a look over this, and I'll look forward to your questions. Thank you very much.